Honda is not messing about for 2024. They're at EICMA this year and they went through their entire range for the next calendar year, and there is a lot of new bits coming around the corner. We have updates to the Hornet family with the 500cc and 1000cc variants shown off and displayed. There's an upgrade to the Africa Twin. They've got a brand new-ish NX500. They've launched or relaunched the CBR600RR. They've got upgrades to the CBR500R, the CB650R and CBR650R. They've got the 2024 Fireblade and SP variant of the Fireblade. They've got an SCE concept scooter and a look at the Honda E-Clutch. So we'll touch on that. I'll go into a little bit more depth with some models and just touch on some of the other ones, but there's a lot to look at here, and there's one bike that I'm seriously interested in. So stay tuned. First up, we'll cover the new 2024 Hornet. That Hornet family is going to swarm into 2024 with two new options. The existing CB750 led the way. We love trying it here at Bike Matters, so click up there and watch the video. And it's joined in 2024 by the stunning CB1000 Hornet and an A2 compliant CB500 Hornet. So we'll kick off with the big bore Hornet first. The CB1000 Hornet will use a tuned version of the inline 4 from the 2017 CBR1000RR Fireblade that has over 147 brake horsepower and 100 Newton meters of torque. Big numbers. Not only will it have the power, but it will also have the style to match. It has a sharp look with dual LED headlights, a signature Hornet tank with wings folded forwards, a new twin spar frame and trellis style rear subframe, and a rear section with a sting in the tail. Puns. Honda promises the handling to be as aggressive as ever, with a blend of dynamic cornering, performance and stability, with 41mm Showa separate function big piston forks, adjustable for both compression and rebound, with ProLink Showa rear shock there as well. The electronic rider aids also run through the throttle by wire with 3 riding modes and a 5-inch TFT display with phone connectivity. That display appears so much here, so be warned, I'm going to be saying that 5-inch TFT display a lot. Final specs and prices are to be confirmed at this stage, as is the colour palette for 2024. But this could be a huge one for the Big Red Wing, and we checked, it doesn't take the place of the CB1000R Neo Cafe in the UK just yet. So if you've got your eyes on one of those, you need to be quick to place that order and get one through the door. Honda said that it might stay, it might not. We'll see. I'd love a go on this Hornet 1000. High up in the revs, that motor is outrageous on the road. And paired to this Street Fighter character, chef's kiss. Beautiful. Beautiful. Moving to the CB500 Hornet, so the A2 compliant CB500 Hornet, which does replace the CB500F. So there's no longer a CB500F, it's now going to be the Hornet. You'll get the same 471cc parallel twin with 47 brake horsepower and 43 Newton meters of torque, but it now also has Honda Selectable Traction Control, or the HSTC, and updated fuel injection settings for improved acceleration feel from low down. Styling is, of course, updated to be just as Hornet with a new LED front unit and headlight side ducts. You do get twin discs up front with 4 piston calipers, Showa separate function big piston upside down forks, and a rear shock, and a new 5-inch TFT display with smartphone integration. The F it replaces is a solid naked A2 bike, so this should continue the winning formula. We can also stick the CBR500R here as well, as it also shares the same parallel twin, but has big updates to style and poise for 2024. The Baby Blade has a new headlight, taillight, bodyworks and winglets. New graphics and colours, the 5-inch TFT display with backlit switchgear. I know a certain model that could do with a backlit switchgear on this list, but you'll see. And updated fuel injection settings for improved acceleration from low in the revs. So it looks like a great place to start your CBR career. Next, we have the Honda NX500. So away from the Hornets and sticking with the 500cc group, we have a brand new bike with the return of a familiar name, in a way. The NX500 is new for 2024, with the name coming from the NX650 Dominator, and the bike itself comes in to replace the CB500X, a well-loved bike, and it is built on that framework. So it therefore shares the same parallel twin as the rest of the 500cc platform from Honda. Again, 47 brake horsepower, 43 Newton meters, and in fact, much of the same base as the CB500X, like an 830mm seat height. New for this NX500 is a 3 kilogram weight reduction, so it now weighs 196 kilograms, a revised spring rate and damping rate, new fuel injection settings, a new 5-inch TFT screen, and phone connect with backlit buttons, and of course Honda Selectable Torque Control. The styling is of course all new, led by a new front headlight and new plastics all round. It would have been interesting to see the CB500X remain, but tweaked as a sort of baby Africa Twin. Instead, this new NX500 is introduced as the new crossover that can handle any type of riding plus adventure days. I have ridden the CB500X. It is a top bike and very popular on it that as well. So this should be great. As far as I can see, price is to be confirmed at this stage as well. Next one, this is one I'm really excited about, is the CBR600RR has made its UK return after 6 years away from the market. It has been in Japan and Australasia, so Australia and Asia, for a couple of years. Now, considering the sheer number of middleweight sports bikes that made an appearance at EICMA, ready for a 2024 release, is next year the year of the super sports middleweight? And is the CBR600RR going to be top of that list? Stay tuned for the top 10. Honda's attempt here is a serious effort in any case. They have updated the 4-cylinder double overhead cam 599cc inline 4 to pump out 119 brake horsepower at a high revving 14,250 revs and 63 newton meters of torque at 11,500 revs. Plus, they packed it with MotoGP-inspired electronics and aerodynamics, and that means a 6-axis IMU that's also seen in the Fireblade, ride-by-wire with 5 rider modes, 3 are standard, and then you've got 2 custom modes. You've got cornering ABS, 9 levels of Honda selectable torque control, wheelie and rear lift control, and an electronic steering damper, an assist and slipper clutch with standard fit quick shifter. This thing is packed to the nines with tech. It sounds outrageous. You also have the same TFT as mentioned on the other models, MotoGP winglets and HRC paint, which looks really nice. Twin spar aluminium frame and swing arm, Showa fully adjustable suspension, Nissin brakes, a stunning underseat exhaust which looks spectacular, and it weighs in at 193 kilograms wet. Now, I think this thing is going to be absolutely mental on track, there's no doubt about it. And it even comes with an optional track-only HRC race kit. Though, without a track, it is no doubt just as fun on your favourite B-Road Blast. Quite interesting that this has been launched when Marquez is going away as well, isn't it? Anyway, let me calm down, and we don't know how much it'll be yet. Be still, my beating heart. Stepping up to the 650s, we have an update to both the CB650R, the Neo Sports Cafe, and the CBR650R with updated styling and tweaks for 2024. Both bikes do share the 5-inch TFT that seems to be doing the rounds at Honda HQ. With the CB650R, we have a slight change to the LED headlight and a new tail light, a new sharp rear fairing, a new radiator shrouds. This bike is brilliant fun to ride. It sort of has 2 personalities. Got chill and suave low in the revs, but then it's a surprising weapon when the revs start getting high up. The engine is therefore unchanged. It's A2 compliant still with the restriction kit fitted. Otherwise, it's 94 brake horsepower and 63 newton meters of torque from the high revving 649cc double overhead cam inline 4. The CBR650R gets a tweaked dual LED headlight and updated upper and lower fairings that match a new tail unit to bolster the sporty racing appeal. An important note on these two is that they will actually be the first 2 bikes available with the Honda e-clutch technology option, so you can start, stop, change gears without the clutch. But more on that shortly. Now we make a big jump here to the CBR1000RR-R Fireblade and then the SP variant as well. I could easily spend quite a lot of time here talking about the updates to the Fireblade for 2024, but I'll just focus on this sort of top level news. And whilst I love a pun, I won't resort to calling this blade the sharpest yet, but it is. Chief amongst these changes and updates is what Honda claims a vast engine and gearbox update, aimed at boosting mid-range performance significantly. It's great news for the jaded Fireblade fans who have to pin it at 172 miles an hour on track to crack a smile as 60 miles an hour just feels too slow now. Anyway, the inline 4 boasts 215 brake horsepower and 113 newton meters of torque from that 999cc unit. We all knew the blade has power, but gear ratios and primary drive have been shortened, meaning on the road it should be a little bit more at home or exiting a corner. Plus there's a 2-motor throttle by wire, so it's like lighter crankcases, crankshaft conrods. They've upped the compression ratio and they've revised the valve timing. But the huge news sits with the SP Blade. It becomes the first bike to fit the 3rd generation of Öhlins smart electronic 43mm SEC3 MPX upside down forks. Whew. So this allows you to set your weight to the bike and then the bike will adjust accordingly to sort of perfect how it thinks that it should set itself up for you. You also have a digital spring preload guide on the instrument panel, and overall the suspension just seems absolutely wicked. I've ridden with the previous generation of semi-active forks from Öhlins and they are superb, so any update to these is going to be exceptional. Oh, and there's new Brembo Stylema R 4-piston radial mount calipers too. Felix has a blade and I can almost hear him gushing whilst editing this. Then there's also the Africa Twin and Africa Twin Adventure Sports, so the CRF1100L. Both Africa Twins do get updates for 2024. The Adventure Sports mainly gets a new smaller 19-inch front wheel that's a bit wider and a broader front fairing and thicker padding on the seat. All of these sort of place it towards being more of a road touring variant, and it's only available in the UK in DCT trim for 2024. Both models also get a 7% boost in torque that's delivered 750 revs lower. They've done a few tweaks to the engines, compression timing, intake, stuff like that. They've also improved the DCT to initiate downshift sooner to sort of match those engine changes. You can get tubeless tyres now, and both models get a larger 5-way adjustable screen. Showa electronically equipped ride adjustment is also introduced. You've also got the 6.5-inch smartphone connectivity on that TFT, but there's no backlit switchgear. And I know where the Honda can find one because it's doing the rounds at the HQ at the moment. Scooter fans, don't feel left out. There's also the SCE Concept electric scooter. So the Big Red Wing has shown off its second electric scooter, the SCE Concept. Often concept designs change quite a lot between being first seen and then being released, often rounded off and a little bit less dramatic. Looking at you, 750 Hornet. But it looks like a winner for the electric market. Features include 2 of the swappable Honda mobile power pack batteries that can be charged remotely, a large flat floor, and a long wide seat. Electric scooters make a lot of sense, and if Honda can get the pricing right, riders with an A1 license or CBT can be zipping about town by 2025 when this arrives. Last up, the Honda E-Clutch gets officially shown off, and as mentioned, it will be first shown off on the CB and CBR600RR models, so there's options on those. As a quick roundup, effectively the E-Clutch is an in-between of a normal manual transmission with clutch and Honda's fully auto DCT system. So the clutch and transmission are the standard normal parts, but you can also twist and go without touching the clutch. The benefit here is using it in start-stop scenarios and the simple ease of just twisting and going. You can still modulate the power with the clutch, which you can't really do with DCT, and it only adds 2 kilograms to the overall weight of the bike. You can adjust the force needed on the shift pedal to change gears, so soft, medium, hard, and you can switch it off entirely if you just want the manual ride. It's innovative tech, and it could also be important for riders who may struggle with maybe constant use of their left hand, and I'd imagine this will eventually find its way on the Africa Twin. Perhaps the 2025 Africa Twin update will be a huge update with the Honda E-Clutch and backlit buttons. So just rounding it up, Honda's seriously been working away for 2024, and other than the ones I've mentioned, effectively every single other model for Honda has been updated in one way or another for next year, even if it's just color options. So let us know if you want more Honda from us in 2024. Of course, we rode the Hornet and we loved it, so check that video out up there. Till then, ciao, subscribe if you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching this far, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.